Letter number 12. Day number 12. Mini podcast number 12. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to come here to Florence to speak with us. It really means a lot to have you come share your story. You gave your 5 keys: accountability, set goals, follow the rules, work hard, and stay positive. The drug program here has 5 keys also. They are listening, skills, sharing, respecting others, confronting levels, and stages of change. I like your 5 keys and will definitely keep them with me when I get out. I think they would be a good set of principles to follow out in the world and be successful. I can relate to your story in a way. I got into a bad accident while all messed up. I had a buddy with me. I was driving 95 miles an hour when I hit the semi that was backing up. We both went into a coma. The friend that was with me broke his side of his face on the dash. It was an eye-opener for me that I did not something and continued to use. I thank you for coming and sharing your story and showing me there is hope for when I get out. The similarities of these letters obviously is the 5 keys. But I tell people all the time, out of the 750 schools and universities and events that I've done, there hasn't been one event that I can go to and say that there wasn't a drunk driving accident, a suicide, or an overdose story from that campus or school or business office, whatever it was. The things I'm speaking about are not some fluke accident. They happen every single day. Depending on what research you see, every 44 minutes somebody's killed by a drunk driver. It used to be 52 minutes, 53 minutes. Then in the last couple of years, it's dropped down to 44. So that means it's getting worse. And then if you throw in the overdose during, the pandemic of fentanyl and everything else, and then military suicides, it's every hour. People are dying everywhere, every day. Yes, people die every day from old age, and that's understandable. But alcohol, drugs, and doing stupid stuff, it's not even about hurting yourself, it's about hurting others. I don't care if I would have hurt myself in that accident. I don't. What hurts is hurting somebody else. Taking somebody's life. That's the worst thing you can imagine. Now, if I would have hurt myself, and I would have had nobody to blame but myself. And sometimes that's the hard thing for me to deal with. I've questioned thousands of times. Why didn't I break my back or end up in a wheelchair? Why didn't I break an arm or a face or something bad happen to me? Years later, I found out I have two herniated discs, a degenerative spinal issue, and a neck that's 90 degrees out of line. And that was from the accident. But I'd been able to play ball that entire time. Now, the doctor that I spoke to said I'm going to have issues later on if I didn't get it adjusted and taken care of. But I can't tell you how many times when I lived back home that I had people drive me up and down that street where it took place. I should have flipped the Suburban. I hit an 18-inch cement median. There were hundreds of trees and telephone poles and stoplights in that median. Why didn't I hit one of those and die? And again, that's why sometimes I believe that I'm supposed to be doing this job. Like, I think the only reason I'm still alive was to tell my story. Nothing else matters to me. It doesn't. Like, I've lost all my relationships, my friends, my family. I've lost everybody over this. And the sad reality is that I've never had friends. I never have. It's not a shot against the people that I used to hang out with and party with, but let's be honest, I don't have any friends. I've had over 155 roommates, and that's including my, cellmates every single time that I counted them. But I've lived with somebody, 155 different people. I've been in confined boxes with, apartments, houses. I've had, houses with 6 college basketball players. Not one of them was ever around for me after the accident. Now, there are a couple that came back and helped me out, and they always get their due, but I haven't talked to them in 10 years. There's some that I'll shoot text to, and those are teammates. That's different. But I don't have any friends. We can call each other friends, we can call each other acquaintances, but let's be honest, when was the last time I talked to you? How many were there for me during my divorce? Now, on the flip side, how many times have I been there for you? None. So I don't have friendships. I just never have. It's me. I 100% know that. It's me. And I don't want to change. I don't care, because the entire drama industry, if you seriously watch every single TV reality show, non-reality show, documentary, any show, life is all drama. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't. That's why I don't have friends, because I don't want to be a part of the constant battle of people depending on each other and crying or getting mad or angry because you did this or that or this and that. Like, it's pointless. I loved my wife. She was my best friend. She couldn't deal with me. If my wife and best friend can't deal with me, who else is going to be able to deal with me on a 24-hour basis? Nobody. So I am built not to have friends, and that's fine. I'll run through a brick wall for my teammates. I'll do whatever it takes for somebody I'm in business with. But when it comes to relationships, I just have never put a lot of weight into them. I just haven't. That's from kindergarten up. I always had like one good friend throughout the year. Next year I move. One good friend throughout the year. Next year I move. I've moved 38 or 39 times in 45, 46 years of my life. I don't have friends. And that's okay. And I don't even know how I got on this tangent, but man, I'm so focused on what I'm supposed to be doing in my career that I don't care about anything else. Like, this is what I want to do. This is what I feel like I'm supposed to do. It's my calling. It's my purpose. It's everything I'm supposed to do. So I don't want to waste time with friendships and hanging out and watching basketball games. And I can watch that by myself, and then in between timeouts and quarters, I can go to my computer and work. I can't do that when I'm hanging out with people. I work weird hours. I work at 2 a.m. in the morning if I'm up. I might hang out, but then I might get inspiration. I'll go sit down at my computer and work in the middle of a conversation. If you look at the top people in this world who are high achievers, and they're brutally honest, they'll tell you that they don't have friends. They have business acquaintances. They got people that they spend hours with. Like, I can spend hours and hours with somebody if we're working on the same project or the same goal. And we can be perfect. We can have pizza eat lunch together and we sit in a room or a warehouse and work on a project until it's done. But when I go home, I'm not thinking about what's going on with you. I'm thinking about what I gotta do. It's never been something for me. So it comes to these 5 keys, it seems to be the similarity in almost all of these. You know, this man right here drove drunk at 95 miles an hour. He's thankful to be alive. You know, the reality is, like I said yesterday, average person drives 80 or 85 times drunk before they get their first DUI. So all these people who think that they're being safe, they're going and eating at Olive Garden and having 2 glasses of wine, and then they drive home with 2 or 3 kids in the car. You're driving drunk. I know a lady right after me that in my county, she did that and killed somebody. So I don't know, day 12, might as well end this at 12 minutes. So